Okay. Hi everyone. How are you? Okay, dears. This is RANA SIR. Welcome to our RANA SIR educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is Introduction to Trigonometry. In this chapter I will solve some numericals which are based on trigonometry. In other words, we can say that its concept I have already taught with you in previous classes. Okay, students. So here I will start to solve some questions which are already based on trigonometry. Okay. Now I am going to give you some suggestion point and positively, safely and easily you follow these instructions. Okay, so those information या suggestions are as first of all you have to take one notebook and one pen and then you have to sit at your location properly. Okay, those informations which are written on the blackboard you write in your notebook properly, that is write on your notebook properly, and which informations I am speaking with you, if you are understanding very well, so you write those informations, because if you will write so your note will help for further. Okay, students, so you also concentrate on this live video from starting to end to develop good knowledge on this topic. Simultaneously, you also like this live video and also you share this live video with your friends, students and also colleagues for developing good knowledge, that is improving knowledge about this topic. And simultaneously you also subscribe this channel, that is channel name is RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR. Okay, student, so positively I am going to solve some questions from the trigonometry chapter. Now here I have written one question, and that question is also known as word problem. Words problem, and already this question is belongs in a chapter whose name is height and distance. For some concepts of the trigonometric ratio I will use in this question, that is application of trigonometric ratio I will use in height and distance chapter. Okay, students, so first of all I will explain, that is describe all informations which are written on the blackboard, and then properly I will solve it. Okay, students, so you see now this is the class 10th mathematics which is in English medium, and also it is based on NCERT pattern, that is its board will be CBSE board. Okay. Now you see here one information is written here, chapter number 9. From the chapter number 1 to 8 already I have discussed with you in previous classes. Those informations are already available in my YouTube channel in live video section. From there you can go and see, that is read each and every topic in detail, because some numericals I have already solved related to concepts. Okay, now this is the chapter number 9 whose name is Introduction to Trigonometry, because the all concepts of trigonometry ratio I have discussed with you in previous classes. Okay, now here I have written one question, and that question is related to height and distance. And in height and distance I will use the concept of trigonometric ratio to find unknown parameter which is available in the question. Now you concentrate, I am going to read the question, and then each and every information I will explain in detail, and then I will also explain the diagram of the question, and then I will solve the appropriate question which is asked in the question. That is the requirement of the question I will find out. Okay, so here I am going to read. This is the question number 1, that is written as from a A here 7 meter are given. Okay. Now next, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower. Now this is a cable tower. Here from C to B, yeah, B to C. I will say this is the cable tower, and the angle of depression, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree. It means that this is the height of the building, it is given, that is AD. From the top of the building, I have looked the point C, and this point I will say this is the angle of elevation. From this point I am looking 60 degree from the top of the cable tower. So this length BC is known as top of the cable tower. Okay, so this angle I have written here 60 degree as per question. Now, and the angle of depression, it means that angle of depression from the point D of its foot, means this is the top of the tower and this is the foot of the tower. This point C, I say this is the top of the tower and this is the point P. D is known as, this is the cable tower. So this is the bottom of the tower. Bottom of the tower, yeah, foot of the tower. That is 45 degrees. So from this point, I am looking to the foot of the tower is 45 degrees. This is the angle of depression. If I will look top of the tower, so I will say that is the angle of elevation, but I will look bottom of the tower, so I will say that is the angle of depression. So this angle is 45 degrees, that is given. Now here saying determine the height of the tower. So height of the cable tower, yeah, tower is length BC, yes, CB. We have to find. So here I have assumed the length of the tower is yes, but length of the building is given 7 meters. So I have drawn a line AB which is parallel to this E. Both lines are parallel to each other. It means that this length will be equal to this length. So this length is 7 meters. So this length from point E to B, that will be also 7 meters. Because from the point B to C, I have assumed H meter. This is the H meter. Now we have to find the length EC. That EC length will be H minus 7. So length EC, that will be H minus 7 meters. Okay. So this is the information I have written in the diagram from the word problem. That is from the question. Okay, student. Now further, I have to calculate. That is the demand of the question is find the height of the cable tower. That is the length B. See, we have to find the length of the cable tower, whose length is BC, and already I have assumed here H meter. Okay, so I will use the trigonometric ratio to find the height of the tower. Now trigonometric ratio are already used in right angle triangle. So here I am looking, this is the right angle triangle. Here I am getting one right angle triangle and other right angle triangle I am getting this one also. Okay. So now I will take one right angle triangle like DEC. In this case, this is a triangle and this triangle has three angles. One is 90 degree, other is 60 degree. So 90 minus 60, that will be 30 degree. So both angle will be acute angle and other angle is 90 degree. So I will say triangle DEC, that is right angle triangle. Here I will use trigonometric ratio to find the value of the equation, a linear equation. And again I will use another triangle, that is DAB. This is also a right angle triangle, and in right angle triangle I will apply trigonometric ratio to find the length to find the length AB. Now here I will say the length AB and assuming length AB and assuming here the x will be E. So here I will say this is the x meter. So I will use this triangle. So I will get one linear equation, and I will use this triangle, that is DEC. I will get another triangle, another linear equation in variable h. So these two equations I will solve by elimination method or by substitution method. That is pair of linear equation in two variables. Those concepts I will use here to find the value of x and also the value of x. When I will substitute the value of x in the equation, that equation containing parameters x and also x, and after simplifying I will get the value of x, and that will be the height of the cable tower, and that height of the cable tower is demanded in the question. Okay student, so I am going to solve it properly, and you concentrate on this live video to get its proper answer. And if you will understand it, so a number of questions you can solve easily, because you understand Pythagoras theorem is also applied in right angle triangle, and also trigonometric ratio. The concept of trigonometric ratios are also used in right angle triangle. Okay, so here I am getting two right angle triangle to get unknown parameter, that is the one is the x and other is the y. But there is no need of x in the question, but the value of x is required for getting the height of the cable. Okay student, so properly I am going to give its solution. First of all, I will write here solution, and then I will write in triangle, in right angled triangle A DEC. So I will use trigonometric ratio, and trigonometric ratio is will be, as here I am going to use tan theta. Tan theta here I will, in the place of theta, 60 degree. Now tan theta is equal to perpendicular divided by base. So along this I will say this is the perpendicular, and along this I will say this is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse, and other side I will say base, and base is also DE, and DE is equal to AB, because DA and EB both are parallel to each other. So this length will be equal to that length. So here I will write tan 60 degree, which is equal to EC divided by DE. I will write according to a diagram. Here I will write according to diagram. According to diagram, I will say line AB parallel to AB parallel to DE. Therefore, I will write imply that length AB is equal to BE, and its value is given 7 meter in the question, 7 meter. So I will put here 7 meter. This length is 7 meter. Okay student, so I will substitute here equation in variable x, and also x is also parameter, but only requirement is yes, which is asked in the question. Okay student, now further I am going to erase above data for calculation purpose. Here the value of tan 60 degree I know, root of EC from the figure I am writing h minus 7. Now so the length of DE, the length of DE is also D also is equal to AB. Here I will also write length line AD, which is parallel to line AD is parallel to BE. I will write here BE. Imply that I will say DE is equal to AB, and its value I have assumed x meter. So this value I will use x meter. Okay. So in the place of DE, I will put here x. So I have got a expression, and that expression is available in two variables. One variable is x and another variable is x. So I will do cross multiplication, and after simplifying this, I will multiply this one, and also I will multiply this. Okay. So further I will multiply this. Here I will put imply that x into root 3. X into root 3, which is equal to h minus 7. Now here I will simplify because we have to find the value of height of the tower. Height of the tower means height of the tower cable from B to C. We have to find. So here I will write this expression in the form of h. So h is equal to, here I will say x root 3 plus 7. So this I will say this is the equation number 1. So here I have got a linear equation in two variables. One variable is x and other variable is x. So I will say this is the equation number 1. Similarly, I will give another way to find the unknown value x. If I will find the unknown value x, so I will substitute here, and after substituting, I will get the value of x, and the value of that value of x is the height of the tower. Okay, student. If you are understanding very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students. Therefore, they can also improve their knowledge. That is, they can also update their knowledge on this topic. Okay. Now further, you have to also subscribe this channel more and more for getting more knowledge related to trigonometry and how the concept of trigonometric ratios are used in the height and distance chapter. Okay, students. So further, I am going to erase above data, and I will consider the right angle triangle D for getting the value of s. Okay, students. So further, above data I am going to erase, and after erasing, I will simplify the below data. Now this value I am going to save here, and after saving, I will find rest unknown parameter value. So x into root 3 plus 7, and I have already written this is the equation number 1. Now further I will consider the triangle in right angle triangle DAB. I will say DAB. This is the DAB, and I will use tan 45 degree because here tan 45 degree is given. So along this angle I will say 90 degree. Along this angle I will say perpendicular, and along this I will say hypotenuse. This will be hypotenuse. So tan theta is equal to perpendicular. Perpendicular means AD. I will write AD divided by base. Base is AB divided by AB. So perpendicular AB is also given 7 meters. So I will put here 7 meter divided by length AB. The length AB is also written here x meter. So I will put here x. Okay, student. Now further I will put the value of tan 45 degree, and then I will simplify it. and after simplifying I will get the value of yes. Now here I will put the value of 1045 which is equal to 1. Now here I will write 7 divided by yes. For the in the place of 1 I can write 1 divided by 1. Again I will do cross multiplication. This is yes is sorry 1 into 7. So again I will implies and after I will implies and then I can write x into 1 that will be x and which is equal to 1 into 7 that will be 7 meter. So length AB is 7 meter. I have got here. I will say this is the equation number 2. I have got from the value BAB. Now this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. We have to find only the value of x. So from the equation number 2 I will substitute the value of x in the equation number 1 to get the value of x, and that will be the our destination, that is the height of the tower, cable tower, yeah, tower. So from B to C that is x, and that x value I can got from here. Okay student, so you concentrate on here for understanding this question properly. Okay, further I am going to erase below data for writing a statement, and that statement I will use for getting the result. Okay student, so here I will write one statement. That statement will be such as putting the value of x. Putting the value of x from equation 2. This is the equation number 2. From equation 2 in equation number 1, and then we get. So this is the instruction, yeah, this is the information, yeah, this is the suggestion information, and we have to apply this information with the help of equation number 2 and also in equation number 1 to get the value of x properly. Okay student, now further I am going to utilize this statement. So I am putting here the equation number 1. I am writing same thing. H is equal to x into root 3 plus 7. I will say this is the equation number 1. I have written same value here. Now here I will use this statement, the value of x I will substitute here. So again I will imply here x is equal to, in the place of x I have to put here 7 into root 3 plus 7. Okay, so this is the information. Now again I will simplify it for getting this appropriate value. Now this information again I am writing here 7 root 3 plus 7. Now here I can write 7 into root 3. In the place of 7 I can write 7 into 1. There will be no change in my question. So here 7 I have to take common, so 7 will be common. So here in the bracket I will write root 3 plus 1. Here 1 will be available. So value of x which is equal to value of x which is equal to 7 in the bracket. If you have any doubt, so you write your doubt in comment section and positively I will see, and after looking I will give the answer of your question properly. So I will say this is the final answer. Okay students, if you are very fluent, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can ask channel more and more, because channel name is RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR. Now further I will also delete this question, and after deleting this question I will take another question from the textbook. I will also solve, because this is the question which is related to height and distance chapter. But in this chapter, yeah, in this question I have used the application of trigonometric ratio to find the height of the cable tower. Okay student. So one chapter is also depend on another chapter. In other words, we can say that one concept is also based on another chapter. Okay, each and every concepts are important. Okay, you have to follow it positively and properly with safely. Okay students, now I am going to erase this question, and after erasing this question, and then I will also erase this solution, and then I will write another question from the textbook for getting the solution. Okay students, so for that I am going to erase it. Okay, another question I will also take from the textbook for giving its solution. Okay student, so you possibly concentrate on this live video, and this is free online coaching classes, and you also follow it positively. Okay, to give its advantage. So this is the question number 2. Prove that one information is written here. Sin a plus 1. Sin a plus 1 divided by, I have to write here 1 minus sin a. 1 minus sin a. I have to write it in square. Minus sin a divided by, here I have to put sin a plus 1, also written in the right hand side 2 sec a. 2 sec a. So this is the question, and we have to prove it. So now the question is given. Prove that square root sin a plus 1 divided by 1 minus sin a, plus in square root I have written 1 minus sin a divided by sin a plus 1, which is equal to 2 sec a. I will say this is the left hand side data. This is the left hand side data, and this is the right hand side data. Right hand side data. Okay students, now I will take left hand side data, and then I will prove right hand side data. I will take right hand side data, and then I will show left hand side data. It means that the left hand side is equal to right hand side, so I will say that information has been proved. Okay, now I am going to start a solution question. First of all, you concentrate on this live video for understanding how I am going to resolve it. Okay, each and every identities are important. Only there are 6 trigonometric ratios, and all those trigonometric ratios I will use properly for getting the result. Okay students, so I am going to write here step 1, that is the solution. Side data, which is equal to sorry, I have to write here sin a plus 1 divided by 1 minus sin a, and I have to keep it within a square. Again I will write here 1 minus sin a divided by sin a plus 1, and always I will put it in square. So this is the left hand side data, and I will simplify this data for getting the right hand side value. Okay students, so you concentrate on this live video for getting good knowledge on it. Okay students, simultaneously also you subscribe this educational channel more and more for getting such types of solution in detail. Okay, so here I will say one concept I am going to explain with you. If any value is given a divided by b, and that is written in square root, so I will separate here square root of a divided by square root of b. So that concept I will simplify here. So I can write sin a plus 1 in square root I will put divided by, in square root I will write 1 minus sin a. Similarly, sorry, that concept I will also. Similarly, I will put here 1 minus sin A divided by, here I will put sin A plus 1. So this is the information, and the information I have used this concept for writing like this. Okay, students. Now further I will erase above data for resolving value. Now here I will take LCM because this is numerator value and this is denominator. Similarly, this is numerator and this is denominator. I will take the LCM of numerator, denominator. I will take the LCM of denominator and I will do cross multiplication for resolving. Okay, students. So further I will write here LCM. So LCM of root under 1 minus sin A and root under 1 sin A plus 1. So here I can write root under 1 minus sin A, and also I can write 1 plus sin A or sin A plus 1. I can write like this 1 plus sin A. I can write because this is also available in E square root and this is also available in E square root. So both value I will put in 1 in E square root, because here if any student will write like this A into B, so that value the student can separate like this root A into root B. If root A into root B with this term, okay, that is also available in bracket. Okay, so I will multiply with this. So I can write in the square root sin A plus 1. In 1 square I have written. Now this value I can also write into root sin A plus 1. So sin A plus 1. So I have multiplied this term with this term. So I have written. Now here plus sign is available, so I will put here plus sign. Now further I will multiply this with this. So here is sin A. I have written in one bracket, and also 1 minus sin A is also available. So 1 minus sin A is also available. Okay. So further here I am looking at there. So I will write like this. Okay, so below that I will erase for further calculation. So here I can write here like this sin A plus 1 whole square, and I will put it in within square root. So these two terms I can arrange like this. Similarly here 1 minus sin A, 1 minus sin E is available. So I will say 1 minus sin A whole square, and I will put here in square divided by, here this is A minus B and this is A plus B. One identity I am going to also explain, and each identity student has to know it very clear, because A square minus B square is also written as A minus B in one bracket and A plus B in other bracket. So I can write A minus B into, in second bracket I can write A plus B. So this identity I will write here. So this is A minus B and A plus B. So I can write A square minus B square in the sin A. So sin A square. So this is in within square root. This is also available within square root. So I will put here square root. Okay. So this in this term I have simplified after simplification. Okay. Now further above data I will erase for further calculation also. Okay, students, if you are getting any doubt or any confusion, so you write all your information in comment section, and positively I will look, and then I will also give the solution of your question properly and positively. Okay, here one concept I am going to again explain. If square is given, so I can write this value 1 by 2. Okay, so here I can write sin A plus 1 whole square, and also I will put the value of square root 1 by 2. Similarly, here I will put 1 minus sin A, 1 minus sin A whole square, and also its power will be 1 by 2. Now, value I can substitute here. 1 square, the value of 1 square will be 1, and minus sin, the value of sin square will be sin square A, and all term will be in square. Okay. Now further I am going to erase this, and after erasing further I will simplify. Now one concept I am also going to explain with you. Now here x to the power n equilibrium to the power n equilibrium. It means that I will write x to the power n into n, because this is also power, multiple power will be there. This is base and this is. So here I write sin A plus 1 to the power 2 into 1 by 2. Now here plus sign equilibrium, so I will put here plus sign, and here 1 minus sin. 1 minus sin A whole square. Now power equilibrium 1 by 2, so I will put 1 by 2. Again, one identity I am going to also tell to you to understand properly, because cos square A plus sin square A, that is written 1. Cos square A plus sin square A, which is equal to 1. This is the first identity of trigonometry, and you have to remember positively. Now here I will write here cos square A, and this sin square A I will put in right hand side, so it has plus sign in the left hand side, but it will put in right hand side, so its sign will change. So I can write 1 minus sin square A. So 1 minus sin, in the place of 1 minus sin square A, I can put cos square A. Okay, student. So here in the place of this, I can put cos square A. Now here I am going to write here cos square A with the help of this identity. Okay, student. If you have any doubt, so you write your doubt, your query, your issue in comment section. Positively I will explain. So these two will be cancelled out. These two will be cancelled out. Now here I have to write like this in the place of 1 minus sin square theta. Sin square theta, in the place of theta I have written here A. Theta is also angle and A is also angle. Okay. Further I simplify it, and after simplification I will write this is sin A plus 1 in one bracket, and here power is 1. Therefore here I will put 1 minus sin A, and here power will be 1. Now here I will take square root of cos square A. So square root of cos square A will be cos A. Okay, student. If you have any doubt, so you ask your doubt with comment section by time. Okay. So this is free mind coding classes, so you take its advantage. And if you need to learn class mathematics and also class 12 physics and class 12 mathematics and physics, so you go in my video section channel, you go my channel in my channel, and then you read all video. You go in my video section, and then also you go in playlist section, and then you will find all organized data, and from there you can read easily. Okay, students. So you have to take these advantage properly and safely. Now here I am going to simplify sin A plus 1 plus 1 minus sin A divided by cos A. So again I will simplify. See, here sin A plus and here minus sin A. So it will be cancelled out. So I will write 1 plus 1, that will be 2, divided by here cos A will be cos A. So I can write cos A. Okay, student. If you have any doubt, so you ask your doubt in comment section for getting its answer. Okay, student. Now further I will erase this one, and after erasing I will simplify for getting its result. Okay, student. So further I am going to erase yellow data for giving its solution. So after simplify I have got here 2 divided by cos A. Okay student, again I will arrange it 2 into 1 divided by cos A. Okay student, now further I am going to explain trigonometric ratio. Now sec A which is equal to 1 divided by cos A. So all the trigonometrical ratios, only 3 trigonometrical ratios are basic trigonometrical ratios, that is sin theta, cos theta and tan theta, and other 3 are reciprocals, that is cot theta is equal to 1 by sin theta, and sec theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, and sin theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta, या cosec theta is equal to 1 by cos sin theta. And in the place of theta, I have written here angle A. इसलिए sec theta which is equal to 1 divided by cos theta. So this concept I will use here. So 2 into 1 divided by cos theta. So I can write sec theta. Sec theta. Okay. So this is the value of right hand side data, 2 sec theta. So I will put here right hand side, and here in the value here I have to write left hand side. So here I am looking left hand side data which is equal to right hand side data. It means that this identity is correct and hence true. So here I am right hence true. Okay, so this is very important concept, and you have to find properly how to use trigonometrical ratio in the question. Okay student, if you will use another trigonometrical ratio to find its answer, so you will get too much confusion for getting its result. So properly you have to write. If tan theta is available, so you have to put there sin theta by cos theta, and cot theta will be there, so you have to put cos theta by sin theta. Okay, and if you need to write reciprocal trigonometrical ratio, so in the place of sin theta you can put there 1 by cosec theta, and in the place of tan theta you have to put there 1 by cot theta, and in the place of sec theta you have to put 1 by cosec theta, because 3 trigonometrical ratios are basic ratio and other 3 are reciprocal. So there are total trigonometrical ratios are 6. Okay, and all trigonometrical ratios you have to use properly for getting its result. Okay student, now I am also going to explain some information. Yesterday I have already asked about some questions which are related to physics, that is science. Now that question was asked. I have asked with you what is the difference between speed and velocity and what will be their unit. Now speed and velocity you have to know very clear, and also what is the meaning and concept of distance and displacement also. Now next question I am also going to give you to know and also give the reply in the comment section. What is the definition of acceleration and what is the concept of retardation, and also you have to write the unit of acceleration and also the unit of retardation, and also you have to write formula for acceleration, and all data means all parameters you will use in the formula, so you have to describe in detail, that is U, V, A and T also you have to define in detail, and also you have to put their unit. Okay student, so these are the information and you have to know it properly. Okay, so this is the free online coaching classes, and you have to take advantage more and more. Okay, now further I am going to also give additional information if you need to other topics, so you also write in comment section and positively I will see, and then I will explain those information in detail. Okay student, thank you for watching this live video. Okay student, and one information I am also going to tell you, there is one bell icon. I will press that bell icon, and after pressing, so when I will upload any video, so notification you will get first of all, and then you can observe that video first of all with respect to others. Okay student, now further I am going to terminate this communication with you properly, safely and positively. Okay student, thank you for watching this live video. Jai Hind.